Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're talking about how a lot of artists will give up very quickly once they pick up art because they make way too many mistakes. Um, I'm also going to try to start doing daily uploads. I need to push myself more to post content because my motivation is just dying recently. So I'm going to push myself to get out of the slump by posting daily. So today we're going to be talking about a common struggle with artists, mostly beginners. But it's basically when you're drawing and you can't really get your ideas on a paper, and you kind of mess up a lot of things when regarding art. Whether it's you mess up the shading, the body structure, the facial expression, the eyes, the nose, the ears, or you mess up something, right? And what a lot of beginner artists will do is they will take this as a quote unquote sign that they're not cut out for art and they'll give up. Um, but there's a lot to learn when it comes to drawing, and art is a very long process. When people see a really good artist, they will call them talented. You're very talented, but talent and skill and learning it are like different things. Talent, I believe, is something you get, like you just have it by birth. But art is a learned skill. Um, it's very rare to see talented artists where they were just born to draw. A lot of times, an artist works hard and gains that skill through hard work and dedication. And that is what a lot of beginner artists don't understand. They will often scroll social media and see all these really creative, beautiful artists, um, but they don't know their process. They don't know that it took them years and years to get to this point as an artist. Um, they just see a beautiful artwork and be like, wow, I really want to draw something like that, so I'm going to draw. And then they end up trying it and then they fail. But that's the thing. There is a lot to learn when it comes to art. More than I can even count on my fingers. Whether it's anatomy, whether it's the specifics of anatomy. You can say, hey, learn anatomy. But if you want to learn anatomy, you got to learn the arms, the bones, the facial structures, the eye structure, the ears, the legs, the stomach, the rib cage, the abs. If you want to learn anatomy to be able to just draw whatever you want, however you want, you have to know the body. And you can't just say, hey, learn anatomy. They'll be like, okay, what do you mean anatomy? Because there's so many parts to anatomy. There's a lot to learn. And if you want to go like, hey, learn shading, what do you mean? Light source. There's light and dark values. There's all kinds of shading techniques and stuff like that. Um, there's a lot to learn when it comes to art. So it's bound that you're going to make a lot of fucking mistakes. And that's normal. But a lot of people don't realize that. When I first started drawing, I was just a kid. So I think that's a very beneficial thing for a lot of artists, just drawing when you're a kid, because when you're a kid, you're not very hard on yourself when you draw. Kids will draw Mr. Potato Head as they will draw like just a circle, two arms for the two lines for the arms, two lines for the legs, and a smiley face, and call it a perfect drawing. And they don't judge themselves for it because they're just kids. So I think when you start drawing as a kid, you're not as upset about yourself. So um, I got sidetracked a little bit, but when you learn art, there are just so many mistakes. Like I said, when I first started drawing, my art was shit, but I was able to keep drawing and pick myself up through those hardships. Like I didn't know anything about the body; I was just drawing, and that's something that a lot of beginner artists, need to learn and do. They'll like compare themselves to like some that I've seen recently is the PewDiePie drawing, learning how to draw. I forgot how many months it was. Was it a month or 3 months? I don't remember. 100 days? I don't remember. But people were comparing themselves like, oh, I've been drawing for this long and still can't do this, blah, 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 blah. They don't even know nothing about him. PewDiePie, like, he's not a beginner. Like, he learned art. He didn't necessarily learn the art that he learned in the video from scratch, but like, he knew how to do stuff, okay? That's the thing. He's not a complete beginner. That's why he was able to learn and grow so quickly. People often compare themselves to other people so much when it comes to art, and it's how people shut down and don't do art anymore because they just keep comparing themselves constantly to other artists. And even when you do try to learn, if you can accept the fact that you have to learn all these things, you have to accept the fact that there's going to be a lot of mistakes. You can't become an artist without mistakes. I've had so many pieces of art just completely look like shit because I failed in a lot of aspects, whether it was anatomy, facial structure, stuff like that. You're gonna have mistake after mistake after mistake. It's not one or two mistakes that you're perfect. It's not three mistakes. It's not four mistakes. It's not five. You're not. No, that's not how it works. Art is a very different kind of medium. You're gonna make mistakes even years into the future of becoming an artist. That's just how it works. You're gonna have hit or misses. You're gonna have art pieces that you think are beautiful, and you're gonna have art pieces that you think are quite mid. Even to this day, I've been drawing for like over a decade, and I have had drawings where, I said over a decade, but like 8 years. Anyways, I've had drawings that I personally just love looking at, and I've had other art pieces where I just hate looking at, even to this day. Literally, like last week, I drew something and I didn't like it. Um, you're gonna have hit or misses, and that's something you're gonna have to accept as an artist and not give up. If you are truly passionate about art, you will not give up over something like that. You will continue to keep drawing and learn from your mistakes. If you make a mistake while drawing, you just learn. Pick yourself a moment and learn from that mistake instead of putting yourself down because of the mistake. Um, it's okay to be really bad at it. It's okay to be really, 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 really bad at art when you first start out. That's kind of how it works. Like I said multiple times, art is a learned skill. So the more you learn, the more you practice, the more you're gonna get better at it. That's how it works. Come on, guys, listen to me here. I'm the smartest man alive. Um, Try not to compare yourself to other artists. Please, please do not do that. Unless you're gonna do it in a positive way, don't do it. That's something I struggled with when I first started drawing. I would often compare myself to other artists, and it would put me down. And then I realized instead of comparing myself to other artists, I should look up and strive for that. Did you guys hear that? The TV just got really loud. But anyways, yeah, just strive to become that artist. Don't beat yourself about not being as good as them, because they've been practicing for years, most likely. That's kind of how it works. I've had a lot of artist friends who've given up on art so fast because they just suck at it. They expect to be good at it. They have a good thought in their head, and they just can't express it properly. Give me 1 second. I'm about to see if you guys can hear this TV in the background, because I don't know why it's so fucking loud. Hold on. Okay. I think it should be fine. You might be able to hear it a little bit, but as long as I have the background music loud enough, then it should be okay. But as I was talking about, I have friends who have given up art very quickly because they'd realized that they can't get their idea out. I've had a friend who's wanted to do art for years, but I've had to tell him multiple times that it's a long process and not to give up, because I feel there are people out there who are creative, very creative, and expect to be able to get their creativity on a sheet of paper very easily, and you can't do it. It's just hard. When I first started drawing, I'd say I'm a very creative person. So when I first started drawing, I would have so many ideas, so many different things that I wanted to draw, and it's just so hard to convey it all the time. Even today, I have so many ideas that I want to get out on the paper, and it's very hard to convey the exact message I want to convey. And it sucks, but the more you learn, the more you'll be able to convey your message and your creativity easily. You're gonna fail a lot, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly freaking fine. It's okay that you're gonna fail. Shit happens, Sometimes you do really well, sometimes you won't. And it's very sad to see artists give up so easily, so soon. I can tell so many creative minds have given up so soon. But that's something they gotta learn as an artist, I'm sure even the most experienced artists have bad art days where they just draw something that looks like poop. And that's okay. Art is hard. Art is a very hard medium. But if you're truly passionate, you will take the time to learn all these things, When I think about my learning process, I learned a lot. When I draw on YouTube, and you guys can't really see it, but I would often, if you guys go to my TikTok page and you scroll down, some of the first things I posted were just simply figure drawings, or whatever they're called, I forgot. And that's how I learned. I learned a lot of anatomy. I don't know if you guys have heard of Mark Brunette, but I literally bought one of his anatomy courses, art school courses, and I was really using that to help me grow. I haven't gone back to it in a while, because recently I've been picking up my own art style and trying to learn different things myself, because I feel that's something I missed out on a lot. But I learned a lot of the basic skills that I failed to learn as a kid. And that's something that a lot of artists should really take time to do. Just learn a lot of the basics, learn creativity, learn that it takes time, and you'll be good. I hate when I see such a creative mind like just give up so easily. You know, like I can tell they're passionate about it. They're like they have their eyes sparkle when they think about expressing their creativity on the paper, and then they just can't do it, so they give up. You know, that sucks. It's just not cool, man. You know, but besides that, I guess that's all I really have to say. If you're a beginner artist, don't give up. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes, but it's okay. Every single mistake you make while being an artist is something to help you grow. But yeah, don't give up, please. I love artists. Yeah. I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for liking my content. I will be posting more. Next video, something crazy is gonna happen, guys. Beware for the crazy thing that's gonna happen next video, guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys, and bye.